I'm also involved with an organization that's run by a woman on Thursday. Her meetings are at 6 on Thursdays, and she has a group called Death, Grief, and Spirituality. And you might meet her on this Wednesday program because she comes to my groups. I actually inspired her to start this meetup that she does now. And she has a very interesting story to tell, not about near death, but about the death of her 21-year-old son. And how she's grown spiritually as a result of it.
Yes. I understand.
So where's all that noise coming from?
For me, I'm sorry. Let me. I'm in the nursing home with Sharon right now.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so let me mute.
Silence. Silencio. Kris, you had a near-death experience, is that correct?
Sort of.
Okay, sort of. Had a near-death experience. And it led to spiritual growth?
Sort of.
Okay.
And you'll be perfectly, if you can't hear this, this will be perfect. Can you hear this?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I could hear your voice if that's what you mean.
It is, yes. And I'm just gonna say this here is that I'm going to both laugh and cry at this statement that I make. So I'm gonna laugh. Did you guys hear that?
Yeah.
But I'm gonna laugh eventually. But I'm gonna laugh eventually. There's gonna be a laughter here. That the timing is gonna come in and it's gonna be exactly right. And somebody will read my lips and maybe figure this out. And I don't even know. I don't know where we're going to go from here. Is there?
Don't be nervous, Kris. You'll be fine.
See, that's exactly what I was talking about. That is exactly what I was talking about. Brilliant. This is brilliant.
All right, who do we have here? Let's see. We have I think Helen Newman was Helen. Hello, Helen Newman, are you there?
She said she'd be with us on a little later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So hopefully a few people will trickle in. If not, we have a good group as it is. And
Yeah.
we'll get started. The countdown is at 5, 27, 26, 25, 24. That's sort of where it is. So about 5 minutes.
Yeah. Sometimes I think that people who comes is there, who's supposed to be, you know.
Tiffany, you're my portal here. You're my portal.
Here we are. We're into the process.
We're into the process.
It's awkward. It's awkward. I think that finding comfort in that that silence, the clock makes it. We were just talking about this, how the clock makes people uncomfortable, all of it, and I guess addressing those discomforts.
Yeah, it's like the countdown to mass destruction, right?
Probably,
Or the ball dropping.
maybe, we'll see,
Maybe.
or the impending dread, the wondering why. How come only 5 people showed up? What's going on here? Where's everybody? That's where I'm at. It's like, where's everybody at?
Yep.
Well, even if they're not here with their bodies on Zoom at this time, they will get a
Yeah,
chance to see the video.
yeah.
That's true.
And this video is going viral, right, Kris? We're talking like 1 million views.
It could. I think
Yeah,
that's a good thing, though. I think that sometimes just like it's the space that it's supposed to be.
that's
No
true.
expectations.
Well,
Huh?
like I believe like Tiffany, you probably carry like a few thousand souls in you or a few thousand spirits in you and one soul. I think there's one soul and a whole bunch of spirits. So I carry a few 100,000 spirits, Harvey also, Helen, and they're all watching at the same time, all our ancestors and everything. So it's not just one little body on here on the screen. We're representing tremendous number of individuals throughout history.
Yeah. And sometimes we only have room for 5 people. Yeah, no, seriously.
Brilliant. So clearly, Dan, you're a portal here. Tiffany, you're a portal here. Where to
Yeah.
start?
We're portaling, I guess. I don't even know. Like, yeah, everything is everything. It's hilarious and ridiculous and all of that, Life is ridiculous. In a good, like in a funny way. Yeah, so we just,
Too much is not enough.
yeah. Of course, I take it personal. He said Tiffany's friend. Is that why nobody came?
Oh
Because
no,
they
I
didn't
only
want to
said
see
that I only
Tiffany's
said that to our little group, but then the mass email went out. It was Kris Becker
Tiffany's friend.
because I didn't know his last name, Tiffany.
Tiffany's friend.
And we all know Tiffany. So yeah, Tiffany's
Hiss,
friend. Tiffany's
growl.
friend has got it going on.
Wrecking ball.
The one thing that I will say in closing is that uh, I can't see the comments at all on this. So I have no idea where this is going. I have no idea where this is going.
Okay, Tiffany, could you read? Can you read the comments if when they come in?
If some come in, I can't read the
Okay.
YouTube comments.
No. I can't read them either. But I'm talking about the Zoom comments.
Okay.
All right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Let me just close that. And okay. And let me start the video. Hello and welcome to a very special Saturday spirituality group with our guest, Tiffany's friend. No, our guest, Kris Becker. And Kris sort of had a near-death experience and it sort of transformed his life. So let's hear about this sort of story. Go ahead, Kris.
Okay, so in March of 2020, I experienced a situation that was completely life transforming and in so many ways. It's really, really hard to explain exactly what happened. And can you guys hear me?
We can hear you.
I'm going to begin by beginning. In March of 2020, I had an experience that was sort of life experiencing and sort of death experiencing. And utterly transformative in the sense that I find it very difficult to put into words, as you can clearly tell. So I'm just going to go ahead and say this as far as the timing goes. Um, I'm so grateful for everyone here. And I think I just have to laugh at this statement because it's the most ridiculous statement that I will ever make in my entire life. I don't know how to put this into words. Tiffany,
Uh-huh.
help me out here.
Well, I mean, it would really depend upon how you want to share your life and not getting caught up on the words, and also knowing that it's your story to share as much or as little as you would want to. And that in and of itself is a message.
Okay. I got it. I got it. Laugh. Laugh is the message. Laugh is leave it. Leave it is the message. That's the message. The message is respect. The message is respect and all those things. And honor and love and whatever we can do. I'm just going to laugh. I'm going to laugh and I'm going to dance because that's what else can we do? What else can we do? And I think the very last message that I had was do something different. And don't know where that came from, but that's my message. If it doesn't work, do something different. And the timing is going to come right in, and it's going to help with this. And everything's going to be just fine. It's okay. The world is a place of vast meaning that everybody can draw on. And all we have to do is ask. Ask for the right timing. And sometimes that's now and sometimes that's later. You never know. I don't think it's now. I don't think it's now. I love everybody very much. And I never wanted to hurt anyone. This is a tough place, this world right now. And all I can do is really just laugh at this moment. What else are you gonna do? I've been on this medication for a while now. And if this is my 15th death experience, then that'll be it. Near-death experience. Same thing. Too big and too small. That's the word. Too big and too small. Of course, people will disagree with this. People will love it. It's a very hard place right now. What are you gonna do but laugh? And dance. Maybe dance. Dance is what's it. No. Leave it. That's it. That's all for now, folks. That's all for now. That's all for now. Do the best you can.
We're not finished, are we?
Brilliant. That's brilliant. Brilliant. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Kris, do you wish us to stop live streaming and stop recording and just have a talk outside of all that? It's your call, my friend.
It's funny. It's funny because it's a person expressing like that, and it doesn't entertain, and it doesn't tell us what to think. It doesn't tell us what anything is, the story, you know? And of course, you and I haven't discussed my liberties, but would you like us to stop live stream, or do you want the whole thing live streamed? Yeah.
Maybe.
We're dealing with time
Time.
right
Laughter.
now.
Laughter.
We're dealing with time, brother. So
Yeah. Relatively. Yes.
yeah.
It's all relative.
The mystery of life. That's what resonates for me, and how we look for other people to solve the mystery for us. And that's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've shifted from to be or not to be to record or not to record.
Yeah. Let's.
Oh my
The
God, laugh.
Riddler.
And the same way that we handle to be or not to be, how do we handle to record or not to record?
Hmm.
And the real question for me, Kris, is what would make you most comfortable?
I could assume to know that you just don't care at this point.
No,
right now.
no, my God.
Like, care or don't care. Like, what do you care about right now?
I think it's kind of unfair for you to do that, Tiffany. I think the question was addressed to Kris.
Oh.
Thank you.
Oh.
You see what you did?
Oh, I did what you do.
Well, maybe.
Okay, yeah.
But
The
question was
laughter is
addressed
flowing.
to Kris. Yes.
Yep. I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna laugh at the end. I'm gonna laugh. I'm just gonna laugh. I don't know what else to do.
Yeah.
Leave it.
Yeah. Looking to fill those uncomfortable spots. It's hard.
I believe I heard the two words leave it. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Leave all of it as it is.
Yes.
Well, then that's what we shall do.
What is it? We don't know.
Are we laughing because this episode is a joke? Is that why we're laughing?
Why are you in here? Why are you in here? Why am I in it? Yes, I am.
What's the funny part?
Just me. I think just me.
The funny
where
part
is
is
that
the
noise
funny part is I'm forgetting to text my sister is the funny part.
Why are they anyone on me?
Go ahead, Kris.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. In March of 2020, I experienced. Can everybody hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. In March of 2020, I experienced a moment that kind of crystallized things for me. That I'm just going to laugh at this. I'm just going to laugh. So there was a moment that happened. And I had this sense of overwhelm where it was too much to say and too little to say at the same time. And that is sometimes too much and sometimes too little. I don't even know if this is going to go out anywhere. Maybe to the people that will hear it, that need to hear it. I had a moment where all I could do was laugh. And that moment was leave it. But I'm not going to stop there. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going because this is my story and I'm in the middle of telling it. And this is what the middle does, is the middle kind of works through things and tries something new and does different things. And so I'm going to do that. I'm going to do different things. The people that will need to hear this will hear it, and the people that won't. So my moment of near-death experience was a beginning. It was a beginning, a new beginning, of course. And the timing of this has been pretty incredible. That I can't even put into words at this point. It's a middle part. It's a laughter part. It's a the meaning that we take from people will be evident at the time when it is needed. And I just want everybody to know that I find meaning in all of your words. This is very special to me. I appreciate being here. I'm grateful every day that I'm alive. And some people will be able to read this and some people won't because it's a Zoom, of course. And maybe people in the future will read this and understand what's happening in this world right now. It's a very, very, very crazy place. Very crazy place. I'm alive. I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna laugh about it. And that'll be it. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going. The story is not over yet. The story is not over yet. There's plenty more to tell. I can keep going, or I could stop. There's a ... at the end of every sentence. What's out there is not what you think it is. What you can see is not all that there is. There's always something bigger. There's a place at the middle of that infinity that just comes together. And if this goes viral, it goes viral. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I don't think it will, because I'm just going to laugh at it. Does that make sense, everyone? I don't even know. I don't even know.
Not to me.
Are you not feeling entertained, Chaplain James?
I don't really come here for entertainment. I have a higher purpose.
Yeah.
But no, I'm not being. I'm not being informed. My mind is not being intellectually sharpened. All of those higher things that I delve.
Is that Kris's job?
No, it's not his job. It would have been interesting if it was. It can be still. But so far, it's like I'm at zero.
Oh, I feel different about it. Kris, you said something that was really powerful to me, and it explains why I have never finished my biography because of the ... Because where do you end a biography? The best you can do is if you've died and someone writes an autobiography, then they know that you've been on this planet and they know what you did up until the moment that you died. But up until that point, that has been my biggest issue. I've written many, many pages of my biography, or autobiography, I should say. No, I say biography. It's not autobiography. Yeah, autobiography. That's what I mean. Yeah. I got it backwards. Autobiography is what I'm talking about. A self story. But the self story doesn't end until we end. And so the ... is very significant to me.
And I'm starting to do.
And also that, well, I have 3 sins that I'm involved in my life. And the first one is synchronicity, timing, as you would put it, or putting meaning to timing, what happens in our lives. And so synchronicity is a very important part of my existence. And as a result, I see myself on a pathless path of life.
It's a path walking.
Excuse me?
The path walking.
Exactly,
is
exactly. And Antonio Machado Nelson says, traveler, there is no path. Your next step is the next step on that path. And then after that step is the ... that you're talking about. It's a beautiful concept. I thank you so much for giving me that today.
Yeah. What's resonating for me is generally we look for people to qualify themselves, to tell us what through their story, or tell us what to think through their story. And And you're not giving us any of that. We're like, what the fuck happened? You know, pardon my language, you know? Um, and of course I think I know what happened, you know what I mean? So I'm entertained by sitting here and watching the wheels spin, you know, and my interpretation, you know, the challenge that could make one want to attack you for not doing what we think you're supposed to do, or to be like, why am I even here? What is this? What is this about? You know? So I can say that today has been confrontational on a cosmic level. Okay. And we could try to, you got to have the confrontation with yourself or you'll break out like me and Mr. Harvey did. Okay. Because it's an internal confrontation of what's this person's responsibility and duty to my enlightenment. You're not hurting me, you know? In fact, I crashed my car, you know, so to speak. You know, I spun out. I did a donut, you know? So yeah, the challenge, that's my interpretation, is the deep challenge that we're faced with as human beings to be on our own path, regardless of what someone else's path is. And it's hard and it could be scary and lonely.
Hmm. But just laugh, I guess. Maybe. I don't
It's
know.
ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Nobody is responsible. It's ridiculous. It's absolute hogwash. You know, we can try to make it beautiful.
Right.
We can dig through the wreckage of this thing called whatever this is, you know, and find some beauty. But no, it's a shit show.
No, they call
Always.
it life. It's what you make it and how you want it to be.
But
Are
that's
we
how
not
you get to
responsible
see
for?
it. You're trying to make me
Yeah.
see it your way.
Well, you don't have to,
Yeah.
but are we responsible for each other, or should we not be responsible for each other?
Yeah. I would say, Chaplain James, we're responsible for doing our best to keep the worst of ourselves from affecting others.
I agree with that, but I take things a little further. You're also responsible for your fellow man, or you should be responsible for your fellow man because he's here in your world, in my world anyway. And if I don't monitor what goes on around me, anything that could happen will happen.
Yeah.
That's my personal opinion, as always.
I'm not laughing in ridicule. I'm laughing in
It
the
matters now.
love that grows, the love that grows over time. And
Yeah.
regardless of anything, I have a fondness for you. So I'm laughing at, yep. Yeah.
I you too, Tiffany.
Yes.
I and I. That's Jamaican. What does it mean, James Lickett?
What does what mean?
I and I.
I have no idea. You tell us.
I think it means there is no you and I. There's no separateness. There's just I and I. I am Kris. I am Tiffany. I am James. I am Harvey. I am Helen. I am an empty cup.
Or a full cup.
Actually, Martin Buber goes a little deeper than that and calls it thou and thou. which I think is a much deeper way of looking at it, because I is ego, but thou is beyond ego.
That I agree with.
And so we don't have to objectify people, because in the process of objectifying people, we objectify ourselves.
I and I is a Rastafarian term, right?
Yes.
So when I think about the minuscule amount of information I know about Rastafarianism, it's true. I don't know anything. I mean that. Okay? Um, because there's not a lot of words that go. That's from what I've seen, that's a very action-based belief system and non-action based belief system. Um, and when I think about the bit that I know, I would be like keeping an eye on myself, watching my words, watching my tone, watching myself, honing myself. I and I. I and I. I'm watching me. Um, and from that point, watching you. That's what I would think with the smidge I know about Rastafarianism.
Well, if you want to learn a little bit more, like I just watched the Bob Marley movie. And
Dan, why? Why?
because it was because at the time everyone was watching it and it was popular, and I was like, I like Bob Marley. I love Bob Marley. So I want to see about his life. But there was like, and they explained I and I, because that was very powerful in the film I and I. And he had a guru who was this elder Rastafari who taught him about I and I and about the Rastafari spiritual path. And I thought that was pretty cool. But there are a lot of people who are very critical of that film, though. But I recommend you see it for yourself, Tiffany.
No, Dan, I need you to tell me. I need you to be responsible for explaining to me the way Bob Marley explained it to you, what I and I is. That is your job right now to let me know what I and I means.
All
All
right,
right.
Tiffany.
Because you are speaking from a space of authority, having seen the movie.
Yeah, but it's also like it's faded. It wasn't like one of those films that like resonated and it like stuck with me. It was like, oh, that was a nice piece of Hollywood, and it had some meaningful moments, but like the only thing that resonated for me was I and I, which is like it's not you and I, it's I and I.
Like 11:11.
Uh,
Walking the path next to people that are walking the path. The path. But there's a differentiation.
Yeah, this smacks of Ubuntu, which is the African form of that, which basically says, "I am because you are." But I still would go back to Martin Buber's great document, I and Thou, which is very hard to understand, but basically is saying that reaching that level within oneself where you are neither subject or object, but simply merged with the all. And that thou can even be more than just people.
Mm.
has
I don't
anyone
think it's
ever?
hard to
Oh,
understand,
go ahead.
Harvey.
Repeat
I don't
that,
think,
James.
no, I get it. I get it. I get it. I get these things quick. It's either I like or I don't like. And I like your term better than the I and I thing. And, you know,
At risk of being combative, we have Mr. Newman and we have Mr. Dan, they, him. And today's Yom Kippur. Where does I and I and Ubuntu Tell us some Yom Kippur, that because it's all one, but different ones have their festivities around the I for this season and the Ubuntu.
I don't know what Ubuntu is. All I know about Yom Kippur is that it's today, and it's a day of atonement, which atonement for your sins, because the Jews believe like we're constantly sinning, and then we have this one day where we can just sort of like throw our sins out into the universe and be rid of them,
Let it
and then
go. Let it go.
and let it go, and then start afresh after today. But maybe Harvey, you have something more to say about that holiday?
Well, to a large extent, it's cleaning the slate, recognizing what we have done that, how should I say, God forgives it all. So it's not a question of that. It's a question of whether we're carrying it or not, you see. I actually, in the midst of talking about Yom Kippur, I'm also going to talk about Christmas time, because it was a very important thing for me every year to watch A Christmas Carol and to see the truth of what the ghost of Jacob Marley is dragging around for the rest of his eternal life, which are chains and heavy weights. And this is what we can rid ourselves of. This is our opportunity in life. It's our challenge in life. And I think that Yom Kippur manifests that type of thinking, where last year, whatever we did, or the years before that, whatever we did is past, it's over. There's nothing we can do except say, God forgave us for all of this because we're still alive. Not that God will punish us in any way. Life is not something that we have because we are punished if we don't do it right. But if we do it wrong, if in effect, we're not going to be punished either, but we punish ourselves. We clear ourselves of that potential weight that we're dragging along all our lives. And then we can go into the next year and accumulate a couple of things perhaps, and recognize them perhaps, and maybe not do what we did the previous year or the previous times in our lives. So this is the opportunity to cleanse oneself.
Harvey, did you fast?
It's funny. I decided to do that today. I haven't in many years, because they say that when you're a certain age, you don't have to, because it can be, bad for your health. I'm feeling healthy enough to do it today. Today, I was telling Kris also. I was also telling Kris today actually is my father's birthday. He would have been 109 years old today. No, 110. I'm sorry, 110, because he died at 55 in 1970. So I just woke up this morning and I said, you know what? I'm going to fast today. I'm sure I can do it. And it's not out of any kind of anything except the fact that it's a tradition.
And you are making progress, Harvey.
Well, thank you.
We
We all are. We all are, hopefully. Yes.
Hopefully.
Yes.
Some of us are stuck.
James, do you fast sometimes?
Yes, I do.
Tell us about it.
There's nothing to tell. It's just it's times when I feel bloated, let's say. I usually do that before big eating holidays like Thanksgiving. I cleanse, let go of all the old and impurities and all of this and all of that to bring in the new.
So you'll fast and go to the bathroom and have some fluids and drink and all that stuff, and you'll cleanse, and then you'll you'll be just starving at the Thanksgiving table, right?
Yes, that's the method.
Yeah, but that's a terrible word to use because starvation is not something that you have after one day of not eating. You're hungry, that's all. A little hungry, maybe even. But starvation, that in itself is a statement of, how shall I put it, hyperbole
You know what?
that we like to use, but I don't think it's really useful.
You know what? I like to build up to get as strong as true Muslims do during Ramadan. They don't eat or drink anything. When I found that out, I said, wow, that is strength. I must have some juice, some water, or something. I can't just do it, nothing. I feel they are real disciplined people.
Does anyone
All
know
day.
anything about Ramadan? I think they have a big breakfast, right? And
Before the
then
sun rises,
before the sun
I
rises.
believe about 90% sure before sunrise they'll eat. And
All
then they
right.
don't eat again until sunsets.
All right, but
No, I heard there's nothing before the sunset, and they all day they work whatever they're doing. There's no food or drink, and then when they come home that evening, that's when they eat. I think that is true strength. I couldn't do it. I need liquid. I'd have to have liquid. I can't just go without nothing.
hold on. It looks like Tiffany's Googling it.
You know I am.
She's
Like,
all Googled out. Okay.
so it's 29 to 30 days. Yeah, they abstain from food, drink, and sexual relations from the first light of dawn until the setting of the sun.
Is no sex either? Damn it.
But
Oh,
that's some necessary. But then for you can children, they don't. Women who are pregnant or menstruating, those who are sick or traveling, instead of fasting, they can donate money to charity. But I watched this one Muslim imam, and he says, watch out with that trying to get past the fasting and with donating money. Because we'll try to squirrel our way out of the rules. Humans will try to
oh,
find a
oh yes.
okay.
You guys, we have Catherine G joined us. Hi, Catherine G. Hello. Say hello.
Oh, hi. Hey, Dan. Nice to see you. Hello,
Nice to
everyone.
see you. You came last week, right?
I wasn't able to get here last week. I was working.
Oh, how long has it been?
Pardon me?
How long has it been since you've joined us?
Well, it's the first time actually, because I'm actually
Oh,
calling from work. It's a downtime.
oh, very good. Well, welcome. And we're talking about just about anything that is spiritual. Do you have a spiritual topic you were thinking about today?
I usually try to say the Serenity Prayer throughout the day, um, because it keeps me spiritually connected, and I actually there's when we saw through prayer and meditation to improve our conscious contact with God as we understood God, helps me to uh, grow spiritually and to become spiritually more fit and well.
And Catherine, we're being very quiet because you're at work, right?
Oh yeah, she's sleeping in the other room, so it's probably okay.
Oh, you're a home health aide?
Yeah.
Okay. So, what was that? I was gonna ask you something. Hmm. Well, it slipped my mind, Catherine. Oh,
It'll
go
come back.
ahead, Tiffany. Go ahead, Tiffany.
I like that Catherine brought in some of the NAAA programs, offerings, right as we're talking about abstaining and fasting from things, because there's so much power in that program. There's so much power, and the strict abstinence definitely is, I know a lot of people shy away from the program because of that. But that serenity prayer and that conscious contact with the power greater than ourselves,
Mm.
that those pieces, I grew up in the program, and I was just talking to my stepdad yesterday, who I used to go to the meetings with him and my mom when I was a kid. And those prayers, man, those are life. That serenity prayer and that Lord's prayer, those can be applied everywhere in life. So thank you for reminding us of that one.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you.
Mhm.
And they should be. Tiffany, you have a serenity prayer?
I have that. I like that one. And then that's it. Am I? I I I like the way you asked me if I have one. That's funny to me. That's funny
Why?
because
Well,
Chaplain
everyone
James.
has. No, well, I feel everyone should have their version of one because I
Hmm.
definitely have mine.
What's your
I didn't
version?
call it that. It's his. I don't call it that, but I like that you give me that because it's a place, I do have a place that I go to in my mind.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
I
that,
Oh,
that's how I feel everyone should be, but we don't. People think we should follow things like, by the book going. No, you adapt, adjust, survive. You make things to fit your theory, your purpose, your meaning. Whatever. You don't
hmm
just follow.
yeah.
You know, that's the difference.
And
And
let
that's how
go of the
My
people.
serenity
perfectionism.
prayer. My serenity prayer is Tiffany. What's the first part?
God grant me the serenity to accept things that I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference.
Yes, that you say it the way I like it. Most people say it another way, where the things they cannot change, they go along with. No, I follow them until I can find a way to change it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
you
mine.
guys. We have two folks who have joined us. We have June. Hello, June.
Hi, hi. I
How
just
you?
sort of landed on you. I didn't see it, and then I saw it, so I thought I'd say hello.
Oh, very nice. And you were going through a hard time lately. How you been?
I've been okay. I mean, I have so many. I finally got past a few things, so that's good. And I'm planning a really cool trip with my niece, so that's keeping me a little bit occupied. I'm more excited about that than anything I've done in years.
Where you going?
Uh, I'm going to meet her in Amsterdam, and then we'll go down. We're going to take a day in somewhere in Belgium, and then we'll also go down to Paris for 4 days. And
Oh.
Do you know which street drugs are legal in Amsterdam?
All of them.
We're talking about the serenity prayer, and I love it. I love the flow.
Well, you know, some drugs can get you to a state of like, Chris, help me out
No,
here.
I agree with you. No, I agree with you. That's why I said the program, the abstinence in the program doesn't work for everybody. I know people that would have been cool if they could have just smoked some weed or had a
Sure.
drink here and there, you know?
Absolutely. Or all sorts of other things. I mean, my God,
Yeah.
there's like so many different things out there that you can talk about.
And
And I mean, the first thing that I thought of just now was like, is it time to call my sister? Because I need to let my sister know that I'm still alive, right? That's like the key thing. So this is like near death experience number, I don't know what it is, 15, if we're counting. But I did actually have a near death experience where I experienced a lot of gratitude. And so gratitude is the main thing that I want to express today.
do you want me to text your sister? I'll text her, okay? And let her know if
Let
you
me
want,
do that.
yes or no.
Let me do that.
Okay, because you're on the phone right now.
I am on the phone right now, and it is being recorded. I'm aware that it's being recorded,
Okay.
and I am really wanting to acknowledge my sister. And
Chris, I'd
my,
be interested to know how long has it been?
how long has it been since I've seen my sister?
Seen her, talk to her.
I talk to her every day. Well,
Oh,
I communicate with her every day, put it that way. We're in
okay.
text messages every day, and just to let her know that I'm alive, basically, after this original near-death experience, which was completely transformative in ways that are clearly evident happening right now. And she has been the rock of my life in many ways. And I wanted to acknowledge that betweenness that exists between all things. The timing of things is coming into my life in many ways. And there's so much meaning in here that I can't even put into words at this point, except to say that there is a kind of quantum level thing that's happening here. And the timing of all of this is pretty brilliant. The words that I have to say to my sister are, I love you very much. And I love my family. And this is a beautiful world. And all we can do is laugh.
Do you believe you have a bit more urgency in doing these things now than you did before?
Yes. But no.
Ah,
But no. Also, here's we go with the ... again. Maybe. Potentially.
you went from yes to a maybe.
This is me putting things in boxes, having a hard time. I
Ah,
feel I'm happy to be alive, put it that way. I'm happy to be alive.
Mm.
And the timing of this is going to come in a couple minutes. And I'm happy to be alive. Happy to be alive right now.
very interesting. Very interesting, Chris. We're finally getting you to talk. It's ending better than when I came in. Yes.
I like it. I like it, Chaplain James, because sometimes you leave very early because it's not
Yeah,
as I'm like, we got
yeah,
you're staying though.
yeah, because
You're not leaving until he blesses you.
yes, I feel that I had more to do. There's no reason for me to leave. God wants me here.
God, the universe, and everything. 42.
Yes.
That
Well,
answer.
I only answer to him, so I don't have to worry
42.
about anything else.
And you guys, we have Rudy who's been quietly observing. Rudy, say hello, please.
Hello, hello, everyone.
Oh, hey Rudy.
Rudy, how you doing?
Rudy, can you hear us?
Rudy gave all they were willing to give.
Did we lose Rudy?
Can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, we can
Hello.
hear you.
Yeah, sometimes the screen freezes up. I don't know why. How you doing?
Fine. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm only gonna be on for another 15 minutes because ironically, you're talking about spirituality and stuff, and I lost my aunt last week, Tuesday. And the
Oh,
funeral was supposed to be today at 1.
Mm.
At 1 o'clock this afternoon in a half an hour. And she's one of my last aunts on my mother's side. My mother passed away a few years ago, and I got one aunt left on my mother's side, uncle, and one aunt left on my father's side. 10 on both sides, they're all gone. That corona was a bastard. That corona killed a lot of people, and I'm supposed to go on it at 1 o'clock. It's gonna be on Zoom, on Facebook. So hopefully I could listen into the service. So, and I'm hanging in there. I didn't say much because I didn't want to feel like I'm being intrusive and saying things, and just now because I know you're. I don't want to dampen anybody's situation with my problem. So that's why I didn't say nothing. I just kept myself on mute. So, but I'm all right. I'm still going forward in my life. Like I told you on Monday, when it was Monday, we had a meeting with the job fair and all this stuff and the groups and stuff. I still trying to go on with my life and I'm hanging in there. And the job, like I told you, I'm just doing the best I can. I thought of going to church on tomorrow just for the. I haven't been to church in a few weeks in my neighborhood. I have been going for a while and I stopped going. So I feel like maybe I should go tomorrow just to pay my respects in the church. I don't always go, but I said just to go, just to have a little peace of mind to go. It might be the church a block away from where I live. I used to go to a couple of times a while ago. At the same time, I'm just coping with life. That's all. It could be rough out
Rudy,
there. Yeah.
like whenever I lose somebody who's really dear to me, something happens to my mental health. It gets
Yeah.
shaken, it gets shaken a little bit. So what steps are you taking amidst all this loss to keep your mental health intact?
Really, I'm not doing much right now. Just I distract myself by watching TV. Sometimes I watch like game shows to keep my mind positive. I'm not winning or nothing, but I'm watching people win, so it keeps me a little bit. It keeps me off my own thoughts. Like the Price is Right and Let's Make a Deal. The funny shows. I watch that. I used to watch certain shows like Judge Mathis and Judge Judy to get my mind off my own issues. Sometimes I go to the program. I've been going to the program too as well. We just came from High Point on Tuesday, on Wednesday for one day overnight stay at High Point. And I try to just keep my mind off, keep my thoughts off myself. I plan on going into finance today at maybe around 4 o'clock and stay till about 8 till they close at 8, just to get out of the damn house. So I stayed in yesterday. So I gotta go out there and buy. I thought about buying some stuff, some stuff to eat, healthy food, something healthy to eat. And I'm trying to just distract myself. Because if I don't distract myself, I go crazy. I'm losing too many people, and they're all gone. 10 and 10. One on my father's side left out of 10, and 2 on my mother's side out of 10 gone. They're all gone. And then my brother don't talk to me. He don't speak to me. He petty stuff from the past. I don't even know why. I got 3 sisters that I don't talk to the other sister much. The two sisters I talk to, I respond to them, but the one I grew up with, I don't speak to most of the time. We just reach out to on text. And her birthday is next Saturday, the 18th. And my sister Pat, I sent her a card a couple yesterday for her birthday on the 18th. And then the one that as far as my aunt who passed away, I haven't seen her in years. So I used to speak to her. The one who just passed, I used to speak to her every so often to keep in contact with her. And her daughter, we had some problems way back. So just my sister told me, just send her a card if you realize you can't go. There's a lot of things happened in the past that I can't bring up right now. But she said, just send your condolences and know that you can't try to join online. If you can't join online through the Facebook app, just let it go. Try to join online if you can. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. But they know your heart. They know you care. You send a card, so it's all good. And
Did
that's
your
how I
aunt
do it.
did your aunt have children?
Yeah, she had 3 sons, 2 sons and a daughter. She had grandkids too.
So they're your cousins, right?
Yeah, but like I said, her kids are my cousins. But there's a long story why we haven't seen each other in a while. It's a long story, complicated story. It's something happened way, way back that I can't deal with. My therapist tried to tell me and my sister tried to tell me like just send in a card and call the one sister, but the one cousin, female cousin Gwen. I call her every so often, but she don't really respond back. When she responds, her brother, I don't talk to her brother. That's a long story. Another brother she had, he passed away. They both have kids. We have a son. My brother have some sons and daughters, but I don't really know them. It's a long story. Long, complicated story, Dan. I'd rather not get into it because it could trigger me, so I let it go.
All right, that's all right, Rudy. I think Harvey has his hand raised.
Hey, Harvey, what's up?
Oh, I was going to ask you, Rudy, but you answered the question somewhat in that you do have siblings, But you don't have much of a relationship with them, it sounds like, correct?
The two sisters I just found out this year. I think I told Dan about it. Two sisters I
Right.
found out on my mother's side that she had before she died. We didn't know about it. No, one sister actually, and her sister is like, treat me like she's my sister. She's not my sister, but she's my sister's sister. Her name is Cynthia. And my real sister, my sister I don't know about really. Just meeting this year recently is Brenda. I just found her this year through ancestry.com. It's a long story, but I found out I had a sister that we didn't know about. And we've been talking ever since January, but on and off and so often. I went to see her in July, and I stayed for like 4 or 5 days. So, but I'm okay, I'm okay. All these things with the deaths, luckily I didn't end up in the hospital. So for some reason, I never ended up in the hospital since 2019. I've been okay. I've been keeping out of the hospital and stuff. Through my being distraction, I know the medication that dulled my memory. I think I told Dan about this. I mentioned it before. The medicine I take, it dulls my senses. I can't really have much emotions and feelings. I don't really feel depression. I've never felt the feeling to grieve like I'm supposed to. Like I don't really think about it. My mind is so dull. I don't think I can focus. My mind is dull. My senses are dull, Harvey. And everyone, just expressing myself.
Yeah.
So Rudy, when you started speaking before, I could relate to that because I was just talking this morning about how I discovered in 2021, after my wife died, that I'm a total orphan, separated from pretty much every member of my family. I will put it on here. Hold on.
I can only stay on for another 10 minutes because the funeral starts at 1 o'clock on Zoom. So hopefully I can get through. If not, I just realize I did what I did. My sister just told me. My sister told me, if you don't get through, it's okay. You did your part. So you try to get on Facebook. If you don't get through, don't worry about it. They know your heart. So you
I
send the
think
cards.
those letters are the most important thing. Those note cards,
Yeah.
Rudy. Put your heart into it.
Yeah,
I
did
just
it.
wanted to finish up before I had to feed Sharon, help Sharon eat her lunch. But in any case, I just wanted to share with Rudy. What I discovered is that immediate family may not be, the blood of the family may not be the only kind of family you can have. I mean,
Right.
I discovered a community, and I'm with a community now. I now have Sharon in my life, which is something I never expected to happen. And that's a wonderful thing also. So
That's good.
Spreading out your roots and thinking about family beyond the blood can be very, very useful for you.
Right. Thank you, Harvey.
Okay.
I'm still trying to find that kind of life in my. Luckily you have a connection at your age. I'm younger than you, but I'm glad for you. God bless you, Harvey.
Tiffany,
God
call my sister, please.
Bye, Harvey. Bye, Sharon.
All right.
Enjoy
Harvey.
lunch.
Yep.
Harvey has the way. It's like family is, you have no choice in that, is who
Right.
you're born with. But if
Right.
you build your family as you go,
Mm-hmm.
you make it the way you want it, or the people you want.
Right.
That's the secret many humans miss.
Chosen family. Wow.
You can choose your friend, not your family, right, guys? You
Yeah,
can
that's
choose your
right.
friends, not your family.
That's right.
But that's hard for me too. Even having friends is hard for me to do. I don't trust many people. I've been through a lot of crazy stuff. I don't know who to trust. That know the story.
But
You
the thing
learn
about
who to
it,
trust.
yeah, the thing about it is like family, and we keep reaching this point. Family, and nothing against if you have good family. Family is this obligatory role that we can place upon people. It's your family, and now this is what you're supposed to do based upon that, or this is what I'm supposed to do based upon that. And sometimes the people you can't trust the most are right there.
Right, Tiffany,
Yeah.
right.
So but it does make it hard when that's your first introduction to humanity is a bunch of weirdos in one way or
You're right.
another.
Holding grudges and stuff from 40, 50 years ago. That shit is
Man, I
grudges from
got
50 years ago. Oh,
It's
your
people in
mama
my
like you
family.
best.
Yeah,
Mama always treating you better than me. That's the
yeah.
dead and gone. What you hold on to that crap for? The dead.
That's a
And look how I ended up. They working. I can't hold the job the way I want to. They jealous of me. What are you jealous of? I'm struggling out here. They working. They feel I got something so good that they ain't have. What the hell you expect me
yeah.
to do? You want to change places? You want to have the problems I have? Not able to work and have the problem of taking medication every day. You want to deal with? Let them come take that. Take that spot if you want to take it. Have
Mm,
the choice they come enjoy it.
baby, the
You all right,
message
Dan?
be messaging.
I'm all right. I need to stretch out. I don't like this trapped energy. You gotta release it.
Let it go.
Let it go, let it
Let it go.
go.
That's all,
Daniel.
folks.
So
That's
we
all,
have
folks.
Helen Newman is here. Hello, Helen Newman.
Hello, sorry about the lateness, but that's how I can handle it. Today was everything outside of this. It was everything like, the caretaker rings and then she rings again on my telephone. And why? Because he didn't open the door. Because I meant to open the door, but I was stressed in my head, so I didn't open it right, and then my daughter calls, for 2 minutes. Talk to Micah, the little baby, blah blah. But luckily she was not holding. But everything together, and like you say, it's family, so you have to handle it, So
How old's the little baby?
2 years old.
Is that her only child?
She's got with a partner, 8-year-old girl. Also.
Ah.
Yeah.
Did you talk to her as well?
No. They were in a car going to Yom Kippur, the holiday
Oh,
service,
yes.
children's service actually. So yeah, talk to Micah. Yeah, so I talked. He was completely quiet, but that's okay. Oh yeah. Now we have to go. Okay, goodbye.
So today is Yom Kippur, Helen.
Today, yeah, I have to go to a service too. I'm a little bit stressed because I have to call this lady that I pay her, our driver, and she'll take me. And yes, I can take a regular taxi, but I like her because I want, some dependability. So hopefully, I called in the evening yesterday. She didn't answer. Maybe it was late. So I still have that on mind that I have to call her, today. Maybe that will work out.
So what
I
does
thought,
Yom Kippur mean to you, Helen?
what is Yom Kippur? It's the end of the holidays, and I have to pray for life and for good health and for peace for ourselves. The wonderful group or groups that I belong to, but also for the world because it's going nuts, the world, right? So for the peace and I get upset a little bit, because I need to connect, right? So in the nighttime, I watch the CNN, you know, and it's politics. So sometimes I can kind of distance myself. It's interesting. It's, what will be, will be. But sometimes I get anxious when things are, not looking very hot that way.
Are you looking forward to getting rid of your sins on today, Yom Kippur?
Well, I did that. I think so too, but I think I did that with the Tashlich. Tashlich is the first day of Rosh Hashanah, which was like a week ago. I was in Van Cortlandt Park, and there is that little lake over there. And I happened, I was not planning on it, but I happened to have some breadcrumbs in my bag, which is already, I don't know how long I have it. So that's the custom to throw the sins to the water, casting the sin. So I did that.
So the breadcrumbs represented the sins, and you
Throwing
were throwing the breadcrumbs
them.
into
Yeah,
the
well,
lake.
that's the whole idea. It's called tashlich. And
Yes.
yeah. I
Very
remember
nice.
my daughter, who's now 43, when she had a bat mitzvah, and we made it at home. My mother made it at home for different reason. So there is a good friend of hers I get from the temple, whatever. They brought a print that they made. It's either a print or a ink drawing of the tashlich. So I have it on the wall. So I will have to remind her. You'll remember that. that this is when you were bat mitzvah. We got that.
Lovely, lovely.
Yeah.
So Helen, we have about 16 minutes left, and I want to pass it back to Kris, who is holding his hands in prayer.
Sounds
And
great.
I think that I sense there's something percolating inside Kris. That's just my sense.
That's good.
Call my sister.
You want to call her? Did I hear that correctly? Call your sister?
Leave it. Leave it.
All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go from person to person with a very simple question. Catherine G, you still with us? Catherine G? Please unmute Catherine G. Unmute the mute.
Wait, hold on. Hold on. Real quick. Catherine don't want to unmute.
Yeah, hi.
Oh.
I was trying to unmute. Yeah,
Oh,
hi.
so Catherine, how are you feeling right at this moment?
Not bad.
All
I try to make a
right.
gratitude list. It keeps me more positive.
What are the top 3 things you're grateful for?
My home, my recovery, and my kids.
God bless all 3 of those things. Thank you, Catherine.
Thank
Now
you.
we'll go on to someone else. James Lidkett. Lidkett. It's the kit that's
Yeah.
lit. Oh, yes.
I was glad I stayed, Tiffany, because I had much work to do. But once again, I accomplished my purpose and mission. I pulled it out. I felt like a dentist in here today.
Oh my God, I'm missing some teeth, James.
Yes, I had to pull. I had to bring it out. It wasn't coming. It wasn't flowing. So I help extract the information.
Yeah, next time use some Novocaine, okay, James?
Okay, all right.
I mean, seriously, that's painful. All
It
right.
can be at times.
I know life can be painful, right, James?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
They say pain shows you that you're alive.
Yes. Yes. June. Hello, June. June, did anyone ever call you a June bug?
Oh, all the time, all the time.
It's a term of endearment, right?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, they're not bad little buggies, I don't think.
What is a June bug, June?
I don't know. I mean, I just accepted it. I thought we were all, sort of like Fountain House, we're all the same. I didn't have to bother to look it up. Right?
Junebug, they're like the color of Miss June's hair.
Is it kind of orangey today?
Yeah, they're like orangey brown, and we get them
Okay.
here
Yeah, okay.
where in Mountain View they come around, they do come around June, and they're like these beetles, and they fly around, buddy, and they'll smack you.
Are they
Oh my
cute?
gosh,
Are they
I'm sorry.
cute? Are
Yeah,
they
they're
cute
cute.
like ladybugs?
They're pretty, but they're bigger than ladybugs. They're like the size of a jelly bean.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
and they're more annoying than anything. I'm sorry, June, you're not annoying, but these June bugs might be annoying. Are they
Yeah,
annoying?
no, I'm very embarrassed if it's true. I
They're
annoying.
they're out
I
there.
apologize for them.
June, you should just go to the United Nations and make a declaration, apologize for all June bugs.
Right, absolutely. I was like, yeah, that'd be good. That'd be good exercise.
How would that go? Like, attention world, I have a statement or something.
Right. We don't mean it. We're really good inside,
Oh yes, oh yes. June, how are you feeling right at this moment?
I'm pretty calm. I mean, I'm all right. I'm good, I guess. That's the easiest way to say it.
All right. Well, I'm glad you came. I hope to see you around here more often.
Yeah, I'll try. I forget, and then often I'm not awake or This morning I woke up because I've been sleeping a lot lately. So I just kind of worn out. I don't know why, because they did all these tests and they didn't find anything wrong with me. So that can't be it. But for some reason, I've been very tired lately. So we'll see.
All right. And you had a text from me today, right?
Yeah, I guess I did. Yeah.
That's how you got us, I think.
Right.
All right. Well, welcome, June. It's nice to see you. Rudy, how are you feeling right at this moment, Rudy?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, Rudy. How are you feeling? How are you
I'm
doing?
getting ready to go because the funeral's in 10 minutes. Right now, I'm a little bit triggered. My sister Cynthia, I just spoke to her a few minutes ago. She told me what she's feeling now when she spoke to me about getting the Facebook site straightened out. The feeling I'm having now is a little bit of triggers because me and her son don't get along. My aunt's son never got along. And even her daughter didn't get along with me for different years. But right now I feel a little bit a little triggered a little bit because people are dying, I'm mostly by myself, except for the program. And mostly by myself, so I don't have to go to the program just to get away from being alone. I have to go and get out of my comfort zone. I try to do new things and trying. At the same time, it's hard, It's hard for me to change the way I want it to change for the better, but I'm trying. What else can I do? I'm trying to get a job and try to do something of worthy with my life, but at the same time, when you're by yourself a lot, I'm always by myself. People don't mostly visit me when I'm here. The staff on the program never visits me. Maybe one time in how long I've been in department member, 1 or 2 times in many years. Maybe reasons why, but I don't know why. But I have some ideas why, but it's a long story. Nothing I did, but it's a long story.
Are you
I think
connected to the Silver Center?
no, I don't. When I go there, I feel if I go to Silver Center, I feel they make you feel like you're getting old. I don't want that feeling of getting old. I'm up there. I'm not old yet, but you go to Silver Center, people, the old people, and it made me feel like what you're looking forward to. You're go to your grave soon. And my
Don't
whole
listen,
youth was,
June. Don't listen.
but it made me feel. Oh, I already feel like I got old without doing much in my life. Now go to senior center to accept age. At my age, I just got another year of my life just passed by. Reached last a couple of weeks ago. It's not a good feeling knowing that you're growing old and you did much in your life and you're still trying to live a life that you've been started when you was younger. And that's how I feel. I'm going through different feelings, mixed feelings at that.
Well,
I
if
apologize.
anything, Rudy, you're totally honest and transparent, and those are, I think those are wonderful things to be.
Okay, and on that note, I gotta leave. So I'll talk to you. Maybe I'll catch you next week or another time.
All right, Rudy. Thanks for coming.
Thanks everyone for listening. I appreciate your time, guys. Take care. God bless.
All right.
Take care.
Take care, Rudy.
Bye,
Kris,
everyone. Bye.
Kris, how are you feeling right at this moment? How are you feeling?
Call my sister.
She and I have been in text. Do you want me to bring her into the call here?
You want to share the link with her? I mean, we have only 7 minutes, Tiffany.
It's hard because I want to know what to do. You want me to just call her, Kris? Because I understand that that's very clear, but I also understand that may be, I'm going to call her. Just so I'm not thinking about anything.
Mm-hmm.
You want her on speaker, Kris?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so let me cut the live
Hey, Lauren.
stream.